guys, welcome to vlogmas day 14. I did this whole setup in this other part of my room to try to make so there's not as orange of lighting, and here we are with the orangest of the lighting. Anyway, as you can probably see from the title of this video, this is gonna be like a little 10 fun facts about me slash get to know me slash I don't know. I just thought it would be, this couch kind of squeaky. I just thought it'd be kind of fun to do, and this is very much something like an actual famous person would do, but I am very aware that the people that are watching this probably know me, and I just worked for like 10 minutes to make sure that my viewfinder is the right way, and it's flipped again. This camera is battered. Anyway, welcome to a video of some facts you might not have known about me, or maybe you did, but I'm just gonna sit and talk about myself for who knows how long. Like, we'll just see where this video goes. I have some notes, you know, we can't go into this video unprepared. For number one, we're gonna start with the basics. My name is Eva Chupp. I am the third of 10 kids. I'm 25 and I do air refueling for airplanes in flight. Number two, I lost part of my pinky when I was like 2 years old, and whenever people notice it, like when I meet them, my favorite thing is to tell them that I ate it. I ate my pinky, or that a horse ate it when I was a kid. Obviously none of those happened. I lost it in a wagon accident. I had my hand out and it like pinched on a hitching rack post, and it was a whole thing. I don't remember it because I was 2, but nonetheless. For number 3, I have been writing in diaries since I was like in 2nd grade, and they're just filled to the brim with like my most honest thoughts. And scarily enough, like back then, it was like weird boy crazy things, embarrassing, but now it has grown into just all of my deepest thoughts about like what is going on in my life, the happy things, the sad things, the petty things, the tea, you know, all the drama. But no one is allowed to read them until I die. I'm gonna leave them to my friends and my sisters when I die, but no one can read them until I'm long gone. And at some point, I started writing in them as if I'm addressing my readers, like they're gonna be published in the future, which maybe they will be, but that would be kind of scary for me, so like definitely not till I'm long gone. Wait, I have one of them with me. I just finished my last one, so this is a new one that I just started. I literally have one entry in it. It was on November 21st. So it's almost been a month since I've written. I was sick this day, and I was mad at a coworker. But more details in about 90 years when I'm dead. Number 4, I live, laugh, love doing puzzles in my free time. I'm just a big puzzle gal, and I love to listen to podcasts or like any kind of long form content while I'm doing it. Like Mike's videos, or something I've been really into recently is people that like deep dive into books and basically tell you the entire plot, but you don't have to read the book. But I love listening to people's commentary on it because like the humor that they add, their opinions, it's just really fun. And then I like listening to the Pretty Basic podcast with Alicia Marie and Mr. Me Ashton, and then also Hot Cross Buns. Those are my like, I'm not thinking, I'm just doing it, having fun, you know. Ooh, number 5, whenever I travel for work, my like number 1 priority in my free time is to find the local coffee shops and go try them. Like, there's just not much that brings me more joy than trying coffee everywhere I go. I think the most I ever had in a day was maybe 4, perhaps 5. I think it was 4 though. I've had a lot of success in like Colorado Springs, San Diego. Where was the other one? Oh, we were like hopping around Texas one time because we couldn't go where we were supposed to go because of weather, and I found like my favorite coffee shop that I've tried. I'll insert a bunch of pictures in this. I'm just a coffee junkie, kind of into it. Also, to get hyped for this video, I've been drinking an Alani Nu. It's like 11:44, so it's not that early. I also have my water here. I had some bulletproof coffee. There's just a lot going on, and I love it. Also, I have Vlogmas merch on. This was Alicia Marie's Vlogmas merch last year, and devastatingly for me, she didn't do any this year. So I have 3 of her hoodies, like from the last 3 years. But I don't have one for this year because she didn't do any, which is like a big L for me. Anyway, also, one of my coworkers is roomed next to me, and I'm actually so scared that he can hear me. Like, that would be the worst. Oh, it'd be so embarrassing. Okay, but like, here I still am doing it. So what do I have to say? Okay, so for number 6, I've become kind of a ring girl, like a jewelry rings, and it started at basic training, I would say, kind of, when I got this Air Force ring, which is kind of chuggy, I know, okay, but like, I did it and I spent the money, so I will get my wear out of this. I think it was that, and then also Rachel bought me a crown ring, and I've had this one even longer, but ever since then I've been into rings. So I started getting rings from all the places I travel, and it's been really fun. I have this ring under my crown I got from Poland when I was there for work. This one is one of my long-standing ones, you know, it's a crimp ring. And then my Air Force ring, this one I got in Australia, and I also got this one there. And then I also have one from Greece that I'm not wearing. But I didn't start the thought of buying rings to the different countries that I go to until Poland. So that was my first one. So I want to go back to some of the other ones and get a ring there, because I think it's such a fun way to commemorate, because I'm not a big fan of useless souvenirs, or like souvenirs I'm going to be tired of in a year. And I just think rings are the perfect way to do that. I also feel like I just started talking very quickly because the caffeine is definitely pumping, and I've spent my morning sitting at my computer editing, and I can't even imagine how long this was going to take to edit. So I'm just, you know, I've had no human contact today. And this is where we're at. Ooh, for number 7, I wanted to talk about some of my favorite shows, like, of all time. Or not of all time, but just like throughout the years. Let me pull out my notes. I'm also wearing my Christmas pajama pants, which don't match this. Here, wait, let me cover it up. Number 7. Oh, my favorite shows. First of all, I'm going to start with this. You probably, if you know me, know this about me already, but The Office. I've seen it so many times. I have it on DVD. It's just such a classic. And yes, I agree with the people that say, you know, if you're watching it for the first time, you just need to get through the first 2 seasons, which is a huge ask. I do understand that. That's a huge ask. But it just gets so good. Do I hate Robert California? Yes. Like, I just didn't like that part, him part, but I still love The Office, and I would just recommend it to anyone, you know. I also love the Great British Baking Show. I have watched every collection, well, okay, except for the last one, and now there's another new one, I believe. I've only seen the one before this one time, and I haven't watched the whole of the new collection, but all of the other ones, I think I watched them all 3 times. I just love it. It's just so good. It's just pure wholesome, good entertainment. You learn things. I'm very inspired. I wanna bake a bread purse, you know. I haven't, but I might. At least I enjoyed watching it, you know. I also love Heart of Dixie. It's not on Netflix anymore, which is devastating. So I need to figure out where I can buy it. I would love to get it on DVD. I've seen that, I think, maybe 3 times. It's just so good. Another one is Gilmore Girls. Like, that's another one that I just have rewatched so many times. Right now I'm kind of in a YouTube era, because I go through phases where I'm like actual shows, but now I'm like watching a lot of YouTube. Anyway, not the rambling. Also, I did recently, like in this past year, I started Glee and I started Pretty Little Liars. I think I got to the 3rd season of both, and somehow I just stopped. I think it's because I went to my YouTube watching, and so I need to get back to those because they were both very good. Very, very different, but very good. Okay, so then along those same lines, there's some YouTubers I love to watch, and the first one is, like, I would say the first category is lifestyle YouTubers, like daily vloggers. So I love Alicia Marie's vlogs, obviously. and then her bestie, Miss Remy Ashton, her Rem Life channel. I love her daily vlogs as well. And then Alicia's sister, Ashton Colexo, and then also someone that used to work for her, Taylor King, so TK's vlogs. I love hers as well. I love Lauren Geraldo. She just had a baby. And I love Samantha Jo. I love Tati Westbrook, her whole like clean wellness Jesus journey. I've loved watching that recently. And Whitney Simmons, the girly twirly whirly pops, however she said it, I love it. Yeah, I think that's it for them. And then for like the long form content that I'm obsessed with, Mike's Mike. I've said it before and I'll say it again. That man is the GOAT, you know. I love his content. I think his humor and his personality are so funny. Everything he puts out, Snatch, I'm watching it. I'm taking it in. I love it. And then some other ones that are like kind of newer for me, they all do like book recaps or just like pop culture things. Like where it'll be like, what happened to the British YouTuber group, you know, like where are they at now? What were their controversies? Just like stuff like that. I just love to watch it. So one of them is Carrie Can Read. She does a lot of book recaps. I just like to hear, you know, her opinion, her laughs, just things. I love the way that they like retell the book. So I like Carrie Can Read. I like UnCarly. She is kind of liberal, I will say. So I can take her in doses. That is the recap of the things that I like to watch for funsies. Number 7 was a long one, I know. But on to number 8. I want to talk about when I started my YouTube channel. So I'm gonna whip out my laptop here. I uploaded my first video on November 10th, 2016. It was when I went to California with my bestie Lanita. When we turned 18, we were like, we're gonna travel the world. And we did, kind of. We sat down, we planned a 3-week trip to California and back. So the first week we would plan like, we're gonna drive 6 hours, stop in this town, go to this hotel, see this site. The next day we're gonna wake up, we're gonna drive this far, see this site, be at this hotel. We literally planned it out, everything. I just look back and I'm like, how did we do that? I feel like I don't know how to do that now, and I did that then. Like the first day we drove to St. Louis, Missouri, and we stopped at, I think it was called like the Children's Museum, something. But we had driven all day and we were so like tired, and we got into this museum and there was so much going on. We were so overwhelmed. It was a lot. But I wanted to say all of that. These vlogs are so bad. They are my worst job. I would like to say they're so bad. But I look back at them and I'm just, it's so crazy to me because, I don't know, I had gotten a new iPhone. So I did all the vlogging on there and I did all the editing on iMovie, which I'm back to editing on iMovie again right now anyway, so that didn't change. It's just, I don't know, it's just crazy. And then the third vlog that I uploaded was us going to Knox City, Texas, where my friend Haley was living at the time, and we went to visit her. The thing is with that video, like the day that we got there, the entire thing is us in the car. Like I only ever film clips of us sitting in the car, and that video was my most viewed YouTube video for years. It has 569 views. It's not the most viewed anymore. Now the most viewed one is, I think it's one where I tried German food in Oklahoma, and it has like 1,000. But it's tough because it's such a horrible quality vlog, and it had so many views for like no reason. I don't know how. Anyway, so I now have 158 uploads on my channel. 158, which that's from starting in 2016. But I was just looking at that and that's crazy. I'm trying to look at what else I have on here. It's just so interesting for me to go back. I'm so grateful for all those memories that I did capture. And that's like the biggest reason that I keep vlogging now, is I just love just remembering, like looking back at those videos, remembering just the things that we did, the shenanigans. It's just so much fun. So I did that one, and then I also, Stacey and I did in October of 2019. We went to Main Street when they were still open from like 6 to 9. I think that was their hours, maybe 6 to 10. And we spent the entire day in Main Street, like from open to close. And then, yeah, I feel like I was a little bit more consistent after that, kind of. And 2020 was my first year of doing vlogmas. So this is my 2020, what did you do? This is my 4th year, which is kind of crazy. And also, I did have to take some of my videos down whenever any of the videos that involved anything with work. Anyway, yeah, so that's the kind of the start in the history of my YouTube channel and like what it has evolved into now. Okay, number 9, I am a bit of a beverage girly, which, you know, I feel like the girlies are. We just love a fun beverage because nothing spices up, you know, adds joy to your day like a fun drink. So number 1, I feel like I have talked quite a bit about how obsessed I am with my Nespresso. That has been a really good source of a fun drink, especially now that I have decaf Nespresso pods. And all you need is a little honey, a little cinnamon, or some maple syrup, or some vanilla, and you can just make the best iced latte. That is such a good and classic fun drink. I also do like the occasional Alani Nu. I like to try to save these for like special occasions, but the Dream Flow is my favorite. I'm just an orange like creamsicle girly, like that's me. As you saw from my Black Friday haul, I like to have the little Ningxia Zing energy drinks from Young Living because those are only 30 grams of caffeine, and it's just like, it's a very refreshing drink, so I like to have those. So with that being said, I would love, if you have by any chance made it this far in the video, for you to comment your favorite like fun drink, your favorite beverage, because I would love to have some new ones. But if you have like any other beverage recommendation, please drop it below and I will try it. Okay, for number 10, I'm so excited. I decided we're gonna go over my Apple Replay, which is the off-brand Spotify Wrapped. I know, okay, don't come for me. I tried Spotify. I just like Apple Music better, okay? And I get it for free because of my Verizon plan. So we are going to just, yeah, kind of see where we were and where we are now. So if I go to 2022, okay, so in 2022, my top artist was Justin Bieber, which did not change this year. And my number 2 was the Royer Brothers, 3 was Taylor Swift, 4 was Andrew Bell, and 5 was the Belonging Co. Which is really crazy because when I saw that Taylor Swift was on my top 5 this year, I was really surprised and shocked and freaked out, and I was like, oh no. But apparently she was also my top number 3 last year, which is crazy. I did not remember that. And then it was Kanye West, Sarah Reeves, the Wagler Sisters, Morgan Wallen, and Byeeee. So that was my top 10 for last year, my top 10 artists. And then for songs, my number 1 song was Incense by the Belonging Co. That was like my song I listened to going to work every day. Such a good song. And then I had Broadway Girls by Lil Durk featuring Morgan Wallen. That and my 4th most played song, which was Paranoid by Kanye West. Those were my 2 workout songs that like every single workout practically I would listen to those. And then number 3 was My Indiana Home by the Schmitz and First Love, which is so good and classic. And then towards the end of the year, I found this band called the Royer Brothers, and I became obsessed with them. Like, I would only listen to them. It was probably like the last 3 months of the year. I pretty much only listened to them. And so my number 5 song was It's Worth It All. And then 6 through 10 was all Royer Brothers. Just live, laugh, love them. Okay, so for 2022, my top albums were It's Worth It All by the Royer Brothers, Midnights by Taylor Swift, I Need You Lord by the Wagler Sisters, which I also found the Wagler Sisters in the end there, and they like really popped off too. And then Justice by Justin Bieber was number 4, and number 5 was Life Lessons by the Schmitz and First Love, because I love their song Indiana Home so much. Okay, so that's it for 2022, just so you know, like, kind of where I was at last year. And so then this year, 2023, My top genres were, it was Christian, pop, country, adult, alternative, and contemporary singer slash something I can't see. I don't know what adult alternative means. Maybe that's all my Andrew Bell. Top artists. Can we guess? Because it did not change. Justin Bieber. Justin Bieber was number 1. This did change though. Number 2 was Andrew Bell. I was supposed to go to his concert earlier this year. Well, in November. And he ended up rescheduling it. So I didn't get to go. But I was trying to learn more of the actual lyrics of his songs because I listened to him quite a bit like the other years as well. But his lyrics, I would just like make up words and sounds because his words just kind of blend together. But I had a lot of fun learning the words to his songs. And then number 3 is Upper Room. Number 4 was Taylor Swift, and I freaked out. And then number 5 is John Mark Pantana, which I love John Mark Pantana. I love his music. And then I'm just gonna give you 6 through 10 very quickly as well. 6 was Morgan Wallen, 7 was The Belonging Co, 8 was the Royer Brothers, 9 was Kanye West, and 10 was Abby Gamboa. My top songs. So my new going to work song was Made for Jesus by John Mark Pantana. That one had 175 plays. My second most listened to song is like kind of embarrassing for me because a guy showed it to me and like that's why I listened to it. It's called Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. So yeah, that's embarrassing. Number 3 is My Indiana Home by the Schmitz and First Love, which if I remember right, that was also number 3 last year, which I think is so funny. I also would listen to that one on my way to work a lot. And then number 4 is Sister by Andrew Bell, and I love that song. And then number 5 is I Surrender by Hillsong Worship, and I also love that song. It's just an oldie but a goodie. And while I was visiting Rachel at Hillsong, we were walking around the church and I got to see like the award they got for that song. So that was like kind of fun. Really quick, 6 through 10 of my top 10 songs are: 6 is On Your Mind by John Mark Pantana, 7 is Santa Fe by Andrew Bell, 8 is Forever Amen by Stephanie Gretzinger, 9 is I Can't Be Myself by Justin Bieber, and 10 is Hello Darlin' by Conway Twitty. And then I'm just going to include these two just in case you need song recommendations. 11 through 15. 11 is Deep Dive by SEU Worship. Shout out to Emma because she showed me that song. 12 is Black Bear by Andrew Bell. 13 is Incense by The Belonging Co, which was my number 1 song from last year. And then 14 and 15 are I Just Love You and Oh the Cross by Upper Room. I love that album that those 2 songs are on. Okay, and then my top albums for 2023. Number 1 was Justice by Justin Bieber. It had 219 plays. Number 2 was Black Bear by Andrew Bell, 196 plays. Number 3, again, this is shocking to me and I don't know why. I just didn't know I listened to Taylor Swift this much. But number 3 was Midnights, and I had 149 plays on that. And then 4 was It's Worth It All by the Royer Brothers, 104 plays. And number 5 was Believe by Justin Bieber, which had 93 plays. And then I also listened, 6 and 7 were Changes and My World by Justin Bieber, 8 was Nightshade by Andrew Bell, 9 was Journals by Justin Bieber, and 10 was I Need You Lord by the Wagler Sisters. Live, laugh, love them. That's kind of my recap. I feel like that was all the most important things. Yeah, that was my Apple replay. Lastly, just some rapid fire things. I love to overshare my whole life, which is probably why I have a YouTube channel. I also love to crochet. I'm aspiring crocheter. I learned a lot from Stacey Lachey, my girl. I also use a lot of internet lingo that I pick up from people that I watch, and then it spills out of me. And so I might be talking to, you know, a 40-year-old guy that I work with, and I'm like, yes, slay, she ate no crumbs. And they just look at me in confusion. So, I don't have any style when it comes to my apartment. And I would love for it to be cuter and more cohesive and fun. But it just like doesn't come naturally to me. And so I want to work on that. So if you have any tips or tricks or advice for that, feel free to comment, feel free to DM me, text me, call me, all of the above. I would love that. So yeah, that is the end of me talking about myself for, it's looking to be about 50 minutes. But I'm hopefully gonna edit down to a lot shorter than that. Thank you so much if you made it to the end. excuse me, of me just sitting here talking about myself, telling you more fun facts that the odds are you might have already known. Anyway, I won't make this outro much longer, but thank you for watching Vlogmas Day 14. Make sure you come back tomorrow to see a new video because hopefully I will upload it in time. And I will see you on the internet. Bye! Let's redo that. You know what? Let's start one more time. Ooh, I wanted to talk about some of... Ooh, okay. I'm gonna redo the whole thing. Okay. Mr. Mayafta. It's Miss... Never mind, I'm not gonna address that. I hope I can cut that out. Number 9. Wait. Okay, wait, no, let's change it. Number 10. No, oh my gosh. Okay, let's start over. Cut again!